Come along and join all the fun. Oh, tell everyone under the sun. Polly's Pocket's magic, it's true. There's a pocket that is red and orange, yellow, green, and blue. There's a little magic in the magic pocket. There's a little music in the music pocket. There's a little story in the story pocket. And the cartoon that's new.
There's a little bunny in the bunny pocket.
And a little nothing in the nothing pocket. There's a little something in the something pocket. And it's there for you.
Oh!
Fish.
Oh, it's so nice to get back to our place.
Yes, my dear, it's nice to span those miles to our special gardens and see how all of my inventions are progressing.
These plants are dry. I can fix that. I have a little water in my water pocket. There.
You have everything in those pockets.
About anything you'd want. Mystical beads, teeny tiny treasures in a gold chest, a change of face. And down here, a very hot cup of tea. My pockets are as valuable as your tingleberries.
Ah, the tingleberries, the dilly daisies,
Oh, and look.
the balloon bush.
Oh, and the shoe tree.
Ah, yes, they're coming on fine, bless their little souls.
Andy, look. Oh,
Oh,
these are
yes.
both ripe, and they're so beautiful. Oh, Andy, everything seems to be just wonderful. Andy, what's this?
Ah, my greatest creation since the discovery of the tingleberry. Built it entirely myself.
But Andy, what is it? I'd like to know.
In
Wouldn't
due
you?
time, in due time, everyone, in due time.
How long is due time?
About a minute after you look into the possible pocket.
That makes it possible to be here.
Following the classical remarks, I shall describe my greatest creation.
A possible. Now, Andy, now, what is this great creation?
The Aeolian Loman.
Oh, that's wonderful. What's an Aeolian Loman?
That, my dear, is the grandacious creation for musical appreciation. The key to any musical mood. Let me demonstrate.
Oh, yes, please do.
Well, matters. Well, too much. Oh.
gracious, it's wonderful.
Why, my dear, it is so constructed that anyone can play.
Oh, even me?
That, my dear Polly, is why I built it, so you can accompany me on my amazing feats of legerdemain. Here, my dear, sit down on the footstool. That's right, my dear. And I'll play.
Why, Andy, it's marvelous. It works. And I can play music while you perform.
That's how I planned it. And now, with the help of my accomplice, who shall accompany me on the amazing artistic mighty Aeolian, I, Dandy Andy, the omnipotent, shall thrill you with my legerdemain, sleight of hand, magic. Direct that rabbit. Now I shall remove the rabbit from the hat. Oh, yes, the magic wordies. Scroit, macacia, gleep, scrop, kazam, kazam. A civet cat. In other words, a skunk.
Oh, Andy, you and your rabbit habits.
Enough of this nonsense. I'll stick to my rabbit habit, and you stick to your pockets, Polly. Now for that pencil pocket.
There's a little pencil in the pencil pocket. But, Andy, it's just an ordinary pencil.
Ah, but wait and see. And now, the paper.
Oh, yes, the paper pocket. There you are.
I draw a little cow, a boy cow. See, it is a cowboy. Next, I draw another cow, definitely a girl. Therefore, this is a cowgirl. Yes, this is the furious big cow, the big, strong bull.
Well, a bull is a bull.
But this is a cow bull. The little cowboy going off alone. That's very dangerous. So naturally, the cow bull, being a bully, sees the opportunity to chase the little cowboy, and he does.
Andy, how did you draw that so fast?
Well, our little cowboy is in trouble.
But, Andy, what happens next?
Another time, dear, another time.
Oh, but I want to know now.
And now I, Dandy Andy the Magnificent, shall entertain you. Behold, an ordinary rope. And presto, it's a knot. Slip knot. Polly, I think I'll need about a minute to get in a bit of practice.
Oh, in that case, I just happen to have something from the possible pocket. Are you ready yet, Andy?
Just as soon as I get this rope untied.
This could take all day. Afraid ya?
And now I, Dandy Andy the Magnificent, shall perform my genuine, original Hindu rope trick borrowed from the mysterious fakers of the Far East.
Oh! world when a knot is not a knot, and vice versa.
This requires more and more thought than I thought, Polly. Why don't you look into one of those pockets, Polly?
All right, you choose one.
That one.
Oh, an onion. That reminds me of an adventure. The one I had in the Castle of Gloom. Andy, it happened just on the other side of that door.
On one of my adventures, I found myself going toward a broken-down castle. It was in sad need of repair. Inside, it was worse, for I met a most unhappy little man who did nothing but cry and sob. I tried to cheer him. I smiled. I sang. But he cried all the more. I discovered I was in the Castle of Gloom.
Culprit, Your Majesty.
Wait, culprit. You're before King Gloom and Queen Glum.
King Gloom and Queen Glum.
Don't whimper. Cry out loud.
It is decried. The culprit is charged with a few happy misdemeanors, such as wearing bright colors, smiling, dancing, singing, humming.
Of course.
Talking sweetly. Why, she even helped an old man crossing the moat.
Oh, terrible crimes. What shall it be? No puny punishment?
What tortures are there?
Hot seat. Stocks and bonds.
No.
Chopping block. Stretch rack.
No.
Iron maiden.
No.
Thumb stretcher.
No.
Guillotine. Rock pile.
No.
Hanging by the ankle.
No.
Whirling rock. Water. Torture.
There's nothing left but the onion dungeon. The onion dungeon.
The onion dungeon? Well, that sounds good. That's sad. It'll make her cry, cry, cry.
And she'll become a gloomy.
Oh, no, you don't. You can't do that to me. Ah, you can't make me cry.
Only 3 more onions and she'll become a gloomy.
Count your onions. Count
Count your onions. Heel, your onions are very fine. No, your onions wouldn't be a lie. Count
I'm so glad I brought happiness to your life.
Happiness? Happiness is a purple onion.
Bermuda!
Purple.
Bermuda!
Purple.
Bermuda!
Purple.
This is dismal!
Oh, we must go to the feeling sorry for ourselves room.
Oh, wait a minute, you have the wrong idea. But you don't understand. You can't. We must take a gloomy outlook. It's no fun being happy.
The gloom room may gloom forever.
Peel your onions.
Gloom, may it live forever.
Count your onions.
Count your onions.
Oh, isn't it fun being happy?
Happy? Sound the guard!
But
You'd be so surprised how I got away from all of those onions. But I'll tell you more about that another time. Right now, I'd like to look into the possible pocket. Oh, my goodness. It's JP. He's in the pet pocket. Oh, he must be hungry. That's all right, JP. Quiet. I'll get something in the food pocket here. There you go. Oh. My goodness, his manners are so unmannerly. Oh, good. He's grabbing a bunch of Z's. Ah, that's very good. Sound asleep.
And now,
What'd you say, Andy?
You may not believe this, but I now have a surprise of surprises in store for you. A rope trick so fantastic, you'll probably say it couldn't be done. But I am, without a doubt, unequivocally, the only one proving it can be done. Starting with a simple square knot, it may seem easy, but...
Oh, Andy, why don't you just skip the rope?
Yes, Andy, why don't you just skip the... That's a good idea. Andy just happened to be the world champion premier rope skipper.
My goodness, there just doesn't seem to be anything that Andy can't do. Why, he's an expert in everything. Oh! Oh, my. Oh, my goodness, Andy, how'd you ever learn that trick?
Well, it's just a matter of... Oh, forget about it, Polly. Why don't you just look at one of your pockets, please?
Oh, all right. There's a little story in the story pocket. Oh, look. It's the story of Slim Fellow Bog. Slim Fellow Bog was a magical man who traveled the world in a rickety van. His vehicle had an engine supreme with levers and gears
all powered by steam. Wherever Bog went, the people would see his tricks of pure magic for a small fee. He could pull from his hat a miniature hoe, and in 2 seconds flat, a garden would grow. He could shake from his cape a green dancing broom, and in less than a minute, sweep a whole room. Slimfellow Bog had a colorful bird who repeated squeakily all that it heard.
Slimfellow Bog, Slimfellow Bog.
In the year 1910, Slimfellow Bog got lost in a forest during a fog. The rickety van went round and round. It choked and wheezed, then made not a sound. The colorful bird squeakily said,
We're stuck, 'cause the motor is dead.
"Calm your feathers, Screechy. This isn't so bad." Then Bog desperately tried all the magic he had.
Won't work. I told you so. There isn't a way to make that thing go.
Slimfellow sagged, broken-hearted, upset. "I won't give up. No, I won't. Not just yet." He walked away, and to his surprise, met a fiery dragon with smoke in his eyes. Bog shook, and he shuddered, then turned rather pale, for the fiery dragon let out a big wail. "Don't stand there, man. Do something for me. I've got to quit smoking. I can't even see." Bog uttered some magical words with a scream, and the smoke from the dragon turned into steam. "Now see what you've done," the poor dragon cried. "You've ruined the fire that I built inside. Oh, nobody wants me. Nobody dares. Nobody needs me. Nobody cares. What good is a dragon without any flames? People will laugh, and they'll call me by names." Bog smiled, then grinned, and said with delight, "I need you. I want you. I need you all right." The dragon blinked hard to dry his hot tears. "You need me really? And you have no fears?" "Everyone's needed to fill a place. And for you, my friend, I've got just the space. I need you to power my van, make it go. And not only that, you'll be part of my show." Thereafter for years, like a beautiful dream, they traveled together, all powered by steam. The rickety van with Screechy agog, the happiest dragon, and Slimfellow Bog.
Oh, what a marvelous story. Andy, you should come and see some of the pictures in this book.
I can't. I'm very busy. In fact, I'm all tied up.
Andy, you've mastered the rope trick. Here, Andy, let me help you. Come on. Oh, Andy, it's time to go. Yes, children, but Santa won't be here until you and Ann are sleeping.
Good night, Dad. Good night, good Mommy and Daddy. Mommy, say good night to Daddy for me.
All right, I'll tell him good night for both of you.
Mommy, can I have a drink of water?
You've had a drink already. Now, children, it's time to go to sleep.
Oh, Dick, I wonder if Santa ever got our letter.
Yes, Anne. Far up at the North Pole, Santa is reading your letter now.
Why not? Boys and girls all over the world wonder how Santa lives. I think I'll send for them in my magic helicopter. Oh, Toby, come here.
What do you want, Santa?
Toby, take my magic helicopter and bring the two children here to visit me. Mind you, you must hurry, for my time is short before I make the long Christmas Eve trip.
Your words are my command, Santa. Wake up! Wake up! Santa sent me here to take you to the North Pole. Hurry up and get dressed and we will fly to Santa.
It's just a short hop in the magic helicopter. There it is. Santa's castle at the North Pole. Hold tight, kids. We're coming in for a snowy landing. Before you know it, Dick and Ann are hurried to the castle entrance and see the busy elves hurrying to and fro.
Santa, the others and Ann and Dick.
Welcome to Santaland. I'm very glad you came to see me. Here, wait a minute. Sit on my lap and let me tell you about Santa what you might not know.
The children are amazed. Here they are, sitting on Santa's lap and listening intently as Santa explains that every year, just before Thanksgiving, he starts the merry Yuletide by visiting towns and cities all over the world. Always ready to please little children, he makes his jolly trip in many different ways. He arrives on riverboats and finds many new friends all along the way. Wherever he goes, he always has loads of fun. Oh, yes, in many towns, the marching bands turn out and step lively to the Merry Christmas tunes. The little elves parade, too. Now, isn't that nice? They even have a big mailbox to help Santa collect his letters from the boys and girls. See that chimney? I'll let you in on a little secret. Santa almost didn't fit in it, and Mrs. Santa Claus has informed him that he must stop eating so much. With all the big new shopping centers opening everywhere, Santa has to use his new rocket to get around, but he still uses his reindeer on Christmas Eve. They can get him just anywhere, and he's so proud of them, too. Since Dick and Ann are visiting him, no trip to Santaland would be complete without a tour of the village toy shop. The good little elves have a miniature town, and in every window have little toy people jumping around. Here they make the tinsel and the Christmas tree ornaments. In this little store, they make the ribbon, turn out the wreaths, and make your home so bright and cheery. It fills the air with Christmas spirit. Here are the little girls. Dolls are dressed with fine and fancy stitch. And oh yes, baby brother is quite a helper too. Every doll must have a head and also have a body. These busy elves on spinning lays turn out the long, thin bodies, while others paint their saucy faces and put them all together. Hard-working elves and Santa too like pies and cakes and cookies. This little store delights in making all those yum-yum goodies. A tour of Santa's Happy Land would not be quite complete without a visit to his big toy warehouse, not far from the street. There's gifts and toys for everyone. It's really a big treat. There's bears and dogs and cats galore. There's lions, tigers too. They won't bite and they don't fight, 'cause they're just made for you. Those busy elves are everywhere, and Santa needs them too. You wind them up, you turn them on, those funny little toys. The monkey drums and drums and drums, and he never does get tired. Our old Mother Bear, she scrubs and rubs. While Junior telephones, he'd rather talk the whole day through than do a lick of work. For little girls, a doll is fun to wash, to dress, and spank. And Santa has a big supply of every kind and type. How Anne enjoy these pretty dolls, and Dick shows no delight. A kitchen full of household toys will keep the youngster busy. She'll cook and scrub the whole day long, then serve a TV dinner.
Okay, Wizard, this is ready to be packed.
All children like to make some noise, and Santa says it's music. A toy piano or a drum will give them hours of fun. The older children like to build, and here's a boat to prove it.
Time's up, children. How about riding a rocket ship to my toy town train?
Lunch my wife packed for me. That sandwich had just about everything on it but a bottle of beer. What's that? For a minute I thought I heard a voice. That's
good one.
Now, see here. Whoever you are and wherever you are, who do you think you are?
Who, me? I'm the new lightweight champ.
The lightweight champ? That is a good one. You're so light I can't even see you.
Oh, no. Well, what's that?
Holy smoke! Are you for real?
You bet I am. I'm real and tough, too. What's my new windmill punch?
Okay, champ. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. Whatever your name is.
Willie One Way is the name, Mr. Worker.
Well, Mr. Willie One Way, you may be a champ, but I'm a champ, too.
You are?
I most certainly am. I'm an American Union worker, and I and my 8 million brothers and sisters in the AFL are all champions.
Oh, yeah? Who says so?
Why, the whole world says so. Our production is the highest in the entire world, and our standard of living is above any other nation on earth. We're not only champs, but heroes as well.
Gosh, you're a hero, too?
Certainly. For we American workers help selective freedom, and you can bet your bottle caps that we'll work together to build a great, big, prosperous America. Now, what were you saying about being a champ, son?
Well, what I meant was, I'm really a champ in my own particular field. You see, I was born only a few years ago. In fact, I was made by a worker in the glass industry who looked a lot like you.
Oh, he must have been a member of the Glass Blowers Association of the American Federation of Labor.
Yes, he was. And speaking of the Glass Blowers Association, they make up 38,000 of the 8 million members of the AFL, and not many people realize that they turn out 100 million gross of glass containers every year.
That's fine, Willie One Way, but tell me, why were you made in the lightweight size?
All right, don't rush me. You see, I was made because folks everywhere were asking for a beer bottle, which they wouldn't have to lug back to the store when it was empty. So, Willie One Way was born.
But I thought it cost more money to buy beer in one-way bottles than it did in cans.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. Beer in the new one-way no-deposit bottles is actually cheaper than in cans, and they are 100% AFL Union made.
Well, Willie One Way, with that background, you must be a champ and plenty strong for a little guy.
You bet I'm strong, Mr. Worker. Why, I can hold up 1,000 pounds all by myself.
1,000 pounds? Gee whiz.
Sure, and to prove it, 4 of my brothers are sitting right back of me holding up a 3,000-pound automobile. Why, I could hold up 6 anvils, a piano, and 2 mother-in-laws with one hand, and,
lunch is over. I must rush back to work, Willie One Way, so I'll be seeing you. So long, Willie One Way. I'll be seeing you.
You will be seeing me, Mr. Worker, and so will you folks. You'll be seeing me at your favorite grocer's. But right now, you're going to see a big brother of mine. His name is Mickey Milk Bottle. Well, Mickey Milk Bottle, it's all yours.
Joe. He says, Mrs. Housewife, what of those? I'm a real clear-cut guy, and your best buy, so of course you know who is the star of our show. Hello, folks. I feel great today. I just had a good hot bath, and I'm just as clean as can be. Everybody everywhere says that I'm the cleanest container for milk that money can buy. Okay, Bossy, I'll tell him. That was my friend Bossy the cow, reminding me to tell you that milk in the glass bottle is just as clean and wholesome as it is when she gives it to the milkman. Oh, yes, sirree. I'm some boy. Oh, for the cream in your coffee or the milk in your glass, you can depend on it. I'm always first class.
What in the world is all this racket? Do you want to wake up my baby?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Housewife. I was just telling the folks what a jim-dandy fellow I am.
Why, Mickey Milk Bottle, that sounds like boasting to me.
All I said was that I'm the best and cleanest and handsomest milk container in the world.
Oh, I guess you're handsome, all right. But you're not the only container on the shelf. I can't see why a glass bottle is better than any other container.
Why, Mrs. Housewife, don't you know that glass is the only container which is sterilized before being filled?
It is, really?
Oh, of course. You ought to see the way they scrub and rinse me over and over again for 25 minutes. And immediately they fill me up with milk so the germs don't have a chance to get in.
You may be a sanitary fellow, but you're an awful braggart.
Oh, of course I am. After all, I have the pleasure of serving the nicest housewives in the whole world. Ladies like you.
Mickey Milk Bottle, you're just using the old Blarney. Flattery will get you nowhere. I can see right through you.
That's why I'm so popular with the ladies. They can all see right through me. Being made of glass, I'm a very transparent guy. It's obvious when I'm full to the brim with rich, creamy milk.
Yes, and I can see just how much cream you have, too.
Yes, sirree, I'm a real ladies' man, a crystal clear Casanova.
But what I need now is a homogenized John J. Anthony. I have a problem.
No problem is too big for Mickey Milk Bottle. I am at your service.
It all happened this way. Last night, I was all upset because when I went to my refrigerator, where I had, I hate to admit this, a cardboard container of milk, I found it was empty. I was out of milk, and the stores were closed, and my husband was so angry that he threatened to leave me.
Is that your problem?
Yes, he's the only husband I have.
Why, that's no problem at all. Just make sure that you pick up one of my brothers in the glass milk bottle family the next time you shop. You'll always be able to see right through us and tell exactly how much milk you have on hand. And that will solve your problem and save your husband as well.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Milk Bottle. You're really a darling. Are there any more at home like you?
Are there? It's the biggest and nicest family that you've ever seen. I have brothers and sisters in every grocery store in the land, sitting on shelves proudly stuffed full of scrumptious things. In fact, with every goodie imaginable.
Oh, I forgot about my baby. It's time for his dinner.
And I can help out with that, too. Now, just you reach behind that curtain, Mrs. Housewife, and see what you find.
It's a glass jar of baby food, the kind that my little tot loves.
Yes, indeed. Millions of infants thrive on applesauce, pears, beef liver, and other yummy foods in glass jars.
Oh, I know all about baby foods packed in glass jars. It's the only way that it's packed around here. But I have to feed my baby now. Goodbye, Mr. Milk Bottle.
Goodbye, Mrs. Housewife. Well, folks, that's about all I have to say, except goodbye to all of you, and remember that it's always first class if it's packed in glass. Here is a scene we took the faces of these kids. Both parents and kids love puppets. Television stations took pictures of the glassworkers exhibit and broadcast them on 50 television stations throughout the country.